wave, a big blast. And a lot of you guys out there, you're going to get caught with your pants down around your ankles, man. Because you're bullshitting, you're playing around, you're not taking this thing serious, you think it's a joke. Some of you are like, I'm just going to kind of stick into this thing to 2012 just in case. I don't think them guys are right, but just in case. Most High ain't dealing with you, man.
The Lord is going to test a lot of you. Right. You're going to be tested. You know, everything's good. You can get on the train. You can do what you want to do. You can go see a movie. You can talk shit with your damn woman, you know. But when this thing gets real, then we're going to see from the boys to men who are boys from the men. All right, there's going to be a separation. Okay, I want you to get me Psalms 123 and Psalms 123 and start from the 4th verse.
Psalms chapter 143. I'm sorry. Psalms chapter 123, verse 4. It says, our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorning of those that are at ease, and with the contempt of the proud. Now that's dealing with Esau. That's dealing also with Jake. It says, our soul.
Yeah, the ones that are at ease are the ones that set up them cookouts so you can have a good time, you know, have a hamburger, a piece of chicken or whatever, you know, talk about the good old days back in 1992. Going back to that cookout, you see a lot of those guys had no beards on their face. You know, they were wearing you know, regular street clothes and stuff. 5 o'clock shadow, no shadow at all. Bald heads, razor touch the top of their head. All right.
This is Amos 6:1. This is a backup to that. Amos 6:1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion. A lot of you cats out there that are at ease. You know, you're not in the right mind frame because you haven't really been put through nothing. You ain't really been tested. When you're tested, man, it brings you to a whole different mind frame. All right? Trust and believe us. It brings you to a whole different mind frame. You think very differently than the average Jake out here. When you put through them tests, your mind goes to somewhere else. You know, you start thinking about the gravity and seriousness of this truth, man. You know? And it's like Elder Tar said, a lot of you guys, you're going to be tested. And a lot of you guys, you're going to fold like a stale taco. It says, woe to them that are at ease in Zion and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. Verse 3, ye that put far away the evil day and cause the seed of violence to come near. So a lot of you are putting away the evil day. You saying, these guys are crazy. The Lord ain't going to come for, you know, he may come in our lifetime, but maybe 50 years down the road or 40 years down the road. You keep pushing the day of the Lord off. That's where a lot of you guys are not getting prepared. You know, some of you guys are getting disenchanted. Some of you guys, you know, want to go back to college. When you see all throughout America that college is bullshit. You got all these people out there that got all kind of college degrees. They have no jobs. Them people that's out there protesting, they're up over their head in debt because of the so-called educational system. That shit doesn't work. But you still got some of you guys out there that are thinking on that level, thinking about that American dream.
KOC the Ape, you know, his big thing was he didn't see nothing wrong with going to college and being in the truth. Well, nigga, the people that's getting them going to college, they ain't getting no jobs. So what did that college degree teach you, man? Not a goddamn thing. And you dudes are a complete joke, man. KOC the Ape and Shrek and the rest of you idiots out there. The Most High gonna destroy every last one of you, man. And we gonna party on that day. When the Most High get you, you demons, okay? And you, Shrek, the Most High gonna totally destroy you. All right? If somebody don't get to you before the Most High get to you, man, because you did a lot of. You was one of them guys out there when they jumped the camp with Comfy. You was one of the guys out there. So there's a special demise for you. There's a special demise for you. All right? The Most High gonna show himself. Anyway, give me 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter, and start from the top.
All right. This is the book of 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter, and we're gonna start at the very top. Just give me 1 second here. All right, 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you," and that's plain. It says, "Who privately shall bring in damnable heresies." I'm gonna give you an example. Them clowns down in Devil, Florida, you know, Duval, Florida, right? I call them shit heel. You know, them guys down there, they were false teachers among us. It said this. It said, "But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies." So that whole time when they were supposedly in the truth, you know, put the GMS name to themselves, they were teaching damnable heresies. They were teaching that hell crap. They're infested with that hell, that demonic hell doctrine. They're infested with that. You know, I mean, that's all they talk about. They don't talk about nothing else. They just talk about hell. It says, "Even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction." Because if they're teaching about hell, they're denying the Lord. Because when the scriptures say that the Most High will not leave the Lord's soul in hell, that wasn't talking about an actual place where you burn. That was talking about the grave. It says, and that's just one example. There's many other examples. It says, "And many shall follow their pernicious ways." Now, there's a lot of you, some of you guys have followed them guys, and you have followed other guys that have fallen out. And now the word, I looked up the word pernicious in the dictionary, and it said pernicious is like a destruction through Salaki. It'll come back to me. It just escaped me now. But I looked up that word pernicious in a regular dictionary, and it says basically to be destroyed. But it's like a vicious way. I mean, I forget exactly the word that they said, but it says, give me 1 second here. Pernicious ways. It's through violent death. There you go. The word pernicious, when you look it up in the regular dictionary, is to die through a violent death. So it says, "And many shall follow their pernicious ways, their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of." And that's what they do. They speak evil of the truth. You know, some of you guys just use GMS as a catapult, you know, to put your name out there. But the Most High knows. The beautiful thing about it is the Most High knows every intent and thought and the deepest thoughts of man. He knows. So you guys are not going to escape. It says, and through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you. That's comfy. It says, and through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you. You got guys out there making merchandise of you. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 3. You know, like Comfy. He's one of them. Zabak. He's another one. You know, Nate Satan. You know, they got T-shirts and this and that. You know, all this crap for sale. $20 T-shirt. Sweatshirts. If you want to get camp signs, you got to pay $200. But you can get a special 10% dick sign, a starter kit. Yeah.
Okay, the Greek word for merchandise.
Strong's G 1710. Emparuomai. Emparuomai.
To go a trading, to travel for business, to traffic, trade. Yeah, that's the bark, man, to travel for business. Oh yeah, Elatar said comfy with the big bus with his big ugly face on it. Yeah, the big campaign bus to trap.
Yeah, that's comfy with the big campaign bus, man. Because you know what he's campaigning for? He's campaigning for souls, man, to bring you down to destruction.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, campaigning for suckers. And yeah, if you believe that big black monkey is the comforter, then you're a sucker, man. Like they used to say back in the day, you're a sucker. To go a trading, to travel for business, to traffic, trade. Now, this is the word merchandise. Of a thing, to import for sale, to deal in, to use a person